Hey guys, so I do not have my husband helping me video, so I'm going to be doing it kind of GoPro type of style today. So today I am going to be cooking for you this amazing lean and green pot roast. It makes 6 servings, and this is everything that you're going to need. As you can see, you're going to need a slow cooker, and I love these slow cooker liners. They make cleanup so much easier. You're also going to need these ingredients. You're going to need beef broth, and you're going to want the reduced sodium, red wine vinegar. You're also going to want Worcestershire sauce. You're also going to want tomato paste, garlic. Back here, these seasonings are going to be thyme and parsley. You can do them fresh. I just happen to do this at the store because this is all they had. They actually didn't have the fresh kind. And then for your main meat, you're going to want a chuck roast. And it's a very lean piece of roast, and you're going to want to cut off any excess fat. Typically it's at the very back. Okay, so to start with, you're going to want to take your meat and open it up and pat it dry really good, because we're actually going to put a nice sear on it. All a sear is basically is you're going to grab you a nice frying pan, put a little bit of oil, and basically the idea is to transfer the meat over, and on every single side, even the edges, you're going to want to basically trap in all the moisture so that when it goes into the crock pot, you're not losing any of the moisture. Sometimes when you do a crock pot roast, it gets really dry and tough. This is the exact opposite. It is so good. So before I transfer it, I'm actually going to add a little bit of salt and pepper just to give it a nice outside coating. Again, if you are on program, you're not going to use a ton of salt. And I believe this recipe calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon or less of salt and 1/2 teaspoon or less of pepper. So measure that out and make sure it gets on the outside nice and good. So now I'm going to transfer my roast, and I used the tongs, it's just the easiest thing for me, over to my pan. So I'm going to let it sit in there and start to simmer, and we're going to get it nice and brown on all sides. Okay, so now you can probably start to hear it sizzle just a little bit. So we're going to get it nice and brown. Make sure you're not flipping it too many times. You want to have a nice coating on each side. Alright, when I'm done with that, I'm literally just going to take it out of the pan and transfer it right into my crock pot. Now I actually am going to add my tomato paste. I'm also adding my garlic. Now at this point in the recipe, it actually said that you will add your garlic first and then tomato paste. I kind of do it all together. Garlic can have a tendency to burn if you're not careful. And so I just want to have something in there that it's kind of clinging to. Whew, y'all, it smells so good. My house is smelling like garlic. So you're going to do this for about 5 minutes and get a really good flavor going inside your pan. Okay, when you're done, you're actually going to transfer the contents of your pan right into your crock pot on top of your beef. Alright, so now we're going to actually set the pan on low heat for about 8 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and set mine on low. And I'm going to press the 8-hour mark. So you're going to need to add 2 cups of your low sodium beef broth. And I'm just going to add that right over. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And then of course the sauce that no one really knows how to pronounce. Worcestershire, we're not quite sure. But you're going to need a tablespoon of that. Okay, now to add some more of our seasonings, you're going to add 3 sprigs of fresh parsley and 3 sprigs of fresh thyme. I basically do a tablespoon of each just because I don't have the fresh. I'm using this, which is just as good. However, my grocery store didn't have it at the time that I bought it. So, alright, and typically what I do is I try to kind of coat everything again. And then I just cover and I cook. Now you notice I didn't add any celery. We're not big celery fans. If you are, go for it. And if you are in the maintenance process, you could add in some potatoes or carrots. However, those have a lot of sugar in them. So those of us that are trying to lose weight or get back down to the weight we were before the holidays, you are going to want to add a really nice salad, We're actually going to have some broccoli with it tonight. I'm going to saute up some broccoli. This counts as 6 servings, and each serving is 1 lean. And remember, a lean, you have no extra healthy fat, so this is everything that you need for that. It's also 3 condiments. So you're good with all of your condiments, you're good with your protein, you're just going to need to add 3 servings of vegetables. And so now the hard part is done, and you get to smell it. If you're home all day or when you come home from work, you can literally smell this outside your house. It's that good. So enjoy. I hope that it tastes yummy, and I will see you next episode. Thanks, guys.